What is the fastest way to obtain Spanish nationality? That's exactly what you're going to find out today. So stay tuned, get comfortable, and let's get started. I am Juan Vasquez, Director of Legal in Spain, a firm specializing in immigration and Spanish nationality. By the way, we have a channel in English, in case English works better for you. Or if you know someone who speaks English and is interested in information about legally going to Spain or regularizing their status in Spain, at Legal in Spain now. That's our channel in English. Now let's get to the point. What is the fastest way to obtain Spanish nationality? This is quite a general question, but since we like to provide useful information, not just talk for the sake of it, I will try to narrow this down to the case that you or most people might be in. If you have this concern, I understand it's because you don't already have something that allows you to acquire Spanish nationality obviously or easily, such as having Spanish parents or already having legal residency and being in Spain for several years. I understand that if you're watching this video, it's because you would like to have Spanish nationality, but either you're not in Spain or you are in Spain, but you have no idea about this topic and obviously you don't have Spanish ancestry that could directly grant you that nationality. Given these circumstances, let's talk about what is the fastest way to obtain Spanish nationality for most people on planet Earth. That is, for ordinary people, for people who do not have Spanish ancestry, nor anything initially that will lead them directly to that nationality, but rather they start from scratch. Like many migrants from Latin America going to Spain, we don't know anyone, we don't know anything about the country, we're there, we settle in, and well, what is the fastest way to obtain nationality for a person like that? Well, that way is nationality by residence. That is the nationality granted to people who initially do not have any Spanish ancestry, but for any reason want Spanish nationality. So the legislation of Spain, what it does is require them to first acquire legal residence. And after X number of years residing there with good civic conduct continuously, meaning having Spain as their definitive and main residence, they are granted Spanish nationality upon passing some exams. And as long as it is requested, this route to obtaining your Spanish nationality will be more or less quick, depending on your ease. First, to obtain a residence permit in Spain. And second, where you come from. Because depending on where you come from, they will require more or fewer years of legal residence. The issue of the ease of obtaining legal residence in Spain, well, there's a whole range of possibilities there. If you come directly, for example, with a recruitment from the origin, as we handle many of these processes, by the way, because in Spain there is difficulty in finding labor in certain sectors, especially in fields like construction, things like that. So in that case, you already come with a residence permit from day one when you start in Spain, and the time they will require for you to apply for Spanish nationality is already counting. But if, on the contrary, you migrate irregularly, as many people do, for example, by arriving in Spain as a tourist and staying to start your life, if you migrate like that, in many cases, those people have to wait at least 2 years in Spain. And after those 2 years, prove one of 4 things. Basically, either that they have a contract, or that they want to start a business, or that they live with a first-degree relative who is financially responsible for them, or that they want to pursue formal education for employment or something. Something less than 2 years that leads to obtaining a degree from an institute approved by the Spanish government. Basically, then if you are one of these people, your legal residency to apply for nationality will only start to count. Once you regularize your status, because it is the residency required for nationality, it is legal residency. Therefore, any period in an irregular status in Spain without authorization issued by the government for you to be in Spain, that will not count towards nationality. So the recommendation is, if you want to obtain your nationality quickly, then arrive in Spain with a residency authorization. There are many ways. International teleworker, professional, highly qualified, what I just mentioned about hiring from the country of origin. Chileans and Peruvians have it very easy, but we also handle cases for many Colombians. More procedures are required, but it is possible, family reunification, domestic partnership, etc. But always, as much as possible, and to ensure that obtaining nationality takes less time, try to arrive in Spain with legal residency and not wait in an irregular status, because all that time will not count towards applying for your Spanish nationality later. The other aspect I mentioned that is crucial is where you come from, basically, because that will determine how long is the required period of legal residency. Immediately preceding the application and with good civic conduct to be able to apply for your Spanish nationality. If you, for example, were born in Spain, we already know that not everyone born in Spain is Spanish. In fact, the vast majority of babies of foreigners born in Spain are not Spanish. We have videos on our channel about this topic. So if you were born in Spain, if you are the grandchild or child of a Spanish national by origin, if you are the spouse of a Spaniard, if you are the widow or widower of a Spaniard, or if you have been for 2 years continuously subject to the guardianship, custody, or foster care of a Spanish citizen or institution, then in those 5 cases, they will only require you to have 1 year of continuous legal residence immediately prior to the application. In the description box, we will leave you links to other videos on the topic of nationality, where you can find more extensive information on each of these cases. Case 1. Only 1 year of legal residence. Case 22 years of legal residence for those who are required to have 2 years of legal residence. Basically, all Ibero-Americans are all the countries from Mexico to the tip of the American continent. I'm not sure if it ends in Chile or Argentina, but it definitely ends in one of those two, from Mexico downwards, to all those countries that are there and that speak Spanish, that speak Portuguese. Those are the Ibero-American countries. All nationals of those countries will only be required to have 2 years of legal residence in Spain to apply for Spanish nationality. Also for Andorrans, Portuguese, Filipinos, and Equatorial Guineans. Oh, well, and for people of Sephardic origin as well, all these people have a common past. Spanish, colonial. Therefore, Spain recognizes that over centuries of colonization, bonds were created with these people. They are much closer to Spain, and therefore they are not required to have 10 years. Which is the general term, but only 2 years of legal residence, and additionally, dual nationality agreements with those countries. Yes, colonization brought good things, and this is one of them. Third case, 5 years of legal residence in Spain to apply for nationality. This is for all the people who are under the regime of refugees, who are refugees in Spain, who were granted their application for international protection or subsidiary protection. And fourth case, those who are required to have 10 years of legal residence, which are all those who do not fall under the previous 3 cases. In the 3 previous cases, all those who are not included there will be required to have 10 years of legal residence. As I have already mentioned, this residence must be legal, continuous, immediately prior to the application, and with good civic conduct. It must be proven in passing some exams. In that context, we could even talk about the third aspect that can delay or speed up the granting of your Spanish nationality, and therefore how quickly you can achieve that Spanish nationality. That aspect would be the matter of the exams. The exams for Spanish nationality. To begin with, if you come from a country whose official language is Castilian and Spanish, then you will not have to take the Spanish as a foreign language exam, which is the Delhi exam. You would be exempt from taking it simply because you belong to a Spanish-speaking country, for being originally from a Spanish-speaking country. If not, then you will have to take it. Although it is a simple exam, it is true that it made many applicants anxious. For our clients, we send them study materials. We are there to answer all their questions, but the truth is that in 6 years, none of our clients have failed it. And you have, at a minimum, 2 attempts without paying any additional cost. From the time you register for this exam until you take it, it can take between 2 and 3 months, depending on whether you are in a time of year when exams are held consecutively, because there are times when there is no exam 1 month and the next month there is, but regularly. This exam is conducted on the last Thursday of each month, and there are testing centers all over Spain and also worldwide. This is important. The other exam that is required to pass is the CCSE exam, which is on constitutional knowledge and sociocultural knowledge of Spain. This exam is mandatory for all applicants who have not completed ESO in Spain, the compulsory secondary education, do not have an ESO graduate degree in Spain or a higher degree from some studies they have completed. That also exempts you from the Delhi, by the way, if you are not from a Spanish-speaking country. If you have that type of degree, you are also not required to take the Spanish as a foreign language exam. The constitutional and sociocultural knowledge exam of Spain is simple. It's only 25 questions. You need to get at least 15 correct. Many are true or false. They are not even open-ended. And those that are not true or false are single answer multiple choice. So it's a very simple exam as well. None of our clients have failed it either. We also provide study materials and are there to resolve any questions. This exam is held on the last Thursday of each month, and there are 2 months in the year when it is not held, usually December and August. So that third aspect is the last one that can influence regarding how quickly you can apply for your Spanish nationality. If you see that your legal residency period is about to be fulfilled, then take the exams beforehand. The exams are valid for up to 4 years. Therefore, take them. You don't have to wait for the legal residency period to be completed to apply for your nationality. You can do it beforehand, you can get ahead, you can save time. And it will also depend on the number of exams they require from you, whether they ask for both, just one, or none at all. That will depend on your personal situation in accordance with what I have already mentioned earlier. Remember that if you don't want to complicate yourself with all these matters and want us to take care of everything for you, we will be happy to do so. We have a bin satisfaction guarantee that I haven't seen any other firm offer, according to which if you don't obtain your nationality, if you don't obtain your legal residency, you don't pay us a cent. We cannot guarantee you a result because that depends on the administration, but we can guarantee that you won't pay us anything. If you are not satisfied with the result you have obtained from your process, many years of experience back us up, hundreds of positive reviews on Google and on our social networks. I will take a look at them. Remember to follow us on Instagram for more informal content, more relaxed, even about my personal life. At Legal in Spain, official. Remember that we have an English version of all our videos. At Legal in Spain, we appear on YouTube. Thank you very much for your comment, for sending this to someone you think might find it useful. Above all, thank you very much for subscribing. Subscribe because that helps us continue publishing videos, every day providing you with the highest degree of value possible, offering you the greatest level of practical knowledge, and that it serves you as much as possible, which is what we like. Thank you for watching us. See you next time.